And you mentioned that you time block your calendar in like 10-minute blocks from like 4:45 in the morning on. What made you want to do that? Because I get up at 4:45 in the morning, but I'm not like as militant with the blocks.
Yeah, so it's the 10-minute thing. I was doing 30 minutes, which was a little more realistic. And that's just to like keep you from getting too lost in something and starting to flip into being unproductive.
Mm.
So for me, I love changing everything about my life all the time. I am a running experiment, and it is so cool because I love to figure out new ways of doing stuff, and I hate being comfortable. I've got like this little journal thing, and for my personality, it's so useful. I'll come up here. I've got a little seating area over here that's like actually comfortable, sort of couch kind of chairs. It's not at a computer, and I just sit down with this, and I sit down with a blank legal pad, and I'm a little bit of a hippie, so I'll write down like things I'm grateful for in my life.
Yeah.
Because I think if you start your day just being like bringing yourself to earth and reminding yourself like, dude, I have all my fingers. Like, how sick is it that I have all my fingers and my hands work, my feet work? Like, man, I couldn't even write if I didn't have hands. Like just like sort of like start your day there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, I'm grateful for everything that's going well, and I'm grateful for hopefully the things that will continue to go well. And then I kind of prioritize like, okay, I'll usually think in sort of like month blocks and goals. I'll sort of like write down some priorities, and then it gets down to like the to-do today list of like, from those goals and this month, here's the things that I have to do today and that I'm going to make sure that I do. And literally just by writing them out, I can keep this right next to me, and I can go through each single one and check them off. And then as you check them off, it feels so good. You're like, oh cool. Yeah. Like I did that. I'm done with that. Moving on to this. And then once you get all those done, and it's like, because I'm a psycho and it sounds like you're a psycho, and we get up very early, you get all that stuff done by like 9 or 10 a.m. And it's like, oh yeah, now I'm going to start another thing. I'm going to get ahead of where I needed to be. And being productive is like the most like fulfilling thing for me. I want to, I have a lot of things I have to do, and then I have things that I want to do. And then there's like this unknown thing that sometimes when I'm avoiding something else, I'll start an unknown thing.
Yeah.
Which is real dangerous and often makes for good content. That's usually when I start making comparison videos, it's because I'm avoiding something.
Yeah. That's funny. That's awesome.
I'm like, man, I really need to get this second course filmed. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I bet I could make a sick preamp comparison video where I could.
That's amazing.
I'd really like to know what the difference between these 4 preamps is.
Well, everybody wins though. Some people get a video, you get a little procrastination that you can rationalize. It's fine.
Yeah. So I mean, that sort of practice of getting up, sitting down, committing time. I'm not super dogmatic about the 30-minute thing anymore. When I was doing it, it was really good. But when I was doing that, I was working on my course. And I think when you're working on a really big project, it's helpful to do that kind of stuff because I had never made a course before. And just like starting YouTube, there was a bunch of new things I needed to learn. Yeah. So I needed to make sure, I'm still putting out 6 videos a month. I've got an assistant who needs a bunch of stuff to do. I'm working on these other projects. I've got to be done so I can take my kid to baseball, art, piano and guitar, and see my wife at some point today.
Yeah.
So it's like like 30 minutes of working on this edit, 30 minutes of getting a thumbnail or getting a couple thumbnails done so I don't have to think about it later. And then while I do that, I'm going to listen to a podcast that will help me understand email marketing. Hopefully, I'm going to put it on and it's about email marketing, and hopefully I'll absorb some of that
gets stuck in there
while I'm making a thumbnail. So Yeah, it's just like, and then by breaking it up, it kind of makes it feel a little less daunting. Like, okay, I'm only going to do this for 30 minutes. So I'll make some progress. I won't get done, but I'll come back to this tomorrow, put another 30 minutes in. And I don't think the number really matters there. I think it's just sort of like how many things you have to do and then what makes sense for your attention that's going to be productive. So yeah, that's a daily habit that I really try to follow religiously if I can. Some days I just come over here and I start learning a cover.